Jen back with some more art talk. So I often get asked why I make art. Not about why an artist make art, but why I make art. I don't think my story is going to be a lot different than most people or most artists. That is that it's something that I live and I breathe. Most people don't really understand that. They sort of, I guess because people say it so much. The reality of it is I do live and breathe it. It is literally part of what keeps me alive every day. What keeps me breathing, what keeps me existing, what keeps me moving forward. It keeps me pushing into the future. Without it, I think I would just crumble. I think I would crumble and I wouldn't have any interest in living this life that I have. It is my job as an artist to be able to take what I see around me and to explain it in my own way. I can only tell my story. I can't tell other people's stories. I can listen to their stories and maybe try and translate them or my reaction to them. But I can tell only my story, my place in this world, where I fit in, how I see it, what it means to me, how I live and breathe every day. That is the job of the artist, is to translate that, to be a lens through which information comes and then is pushed back out again. There's an awful lot of stuff in this world that would never have been seen or understood or considered if it wasn't for an artist. Putting it on paper, in front of a camera, in a three-dimensional format, in a video or an animation. People wouldn't have said, wow, I never realized that, or holy shit, or wow, that's really scary, or oh, that's what you think about. So that's why it's so important that the artists do their job, that the artists be allowed to do their job. History wouldn't be history without the role of the artist translating what was seen, whether it be in a great piece of architecture or a painting that depicted, you know, the Europa and the bull, or some other legend or tale or historical event like the great photographers that were in Vietnam during the war especially. So all these things come together, and that's what the artist is. And it's not funny or a joke or some kind of sidebar that when an artist says that's what they live and breathe, that's what they live and breathe. I wouldn't have an existence without my work. And I find that when I'm caught up in something and I'm not able to actually work for a while, I get kind of mean. And I turn inward and I don't communicate with people. And being able to be back at my work and doing what I'm supposed to be doing as an artist is you know, art is like this growing, sometimes darkness, sometimes lightness, but it's this growing being inside that has to come out. If it doesn't come out, I explode, and that's not a good thing. It has to come out. It has to lay bare on the ground so that I can pick it up and form it into something. It's just not, it's not real unless I can make something out of it. And so art for me is a burden that I must bear, but it is also mine to make into something. And it's something that I have to do every day, and I have to put it out there, and I need people to trip over it and fall over it, and it needs to be in your way. It's not always just some kind of pleasantry that we just pass around. It is a real thing that I have to consume on a daily basis, and I have to put out there on a daily basis. So that's why I make art, because I really would not be a living, functioning human being without it. And because I have a job as an artist to tell the story, to tell my story in this world. And that is why I make art.